Side though. It snuck in on me. Yeah. What it do? What it do? What it do? Coming down, back there, coming down, man. Welcome in. It's another episode of ACE of SPADES Podcast. I'm your host, Marcus, aka I don't care what you call me, as long as you call me baby. You know what I'm saying? And we up in the building. Got a special show for you today. Of course, this is just a relaxed time right here, right? We relaxing, we chilling. So it's not going to be all politics, but I think I do got some politics in there, but just a little bit of something here and there. But mainly just to hear from you guys, to see what you guys got going on and what you guys would like to talk about. I am here for you today, okay? So if I know about it, I'll talk about it. If I don't know about it, then I guess I won't talk about it. But I'll try to give my best guess, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully everybody's doing good on this Sunday, man. Let me go ahead and do a little bit of housekeeping right quick. If you can, please drag your finger across that like button, man. And they say it helps the algorithm, but it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Plus, I get to see the little thumbs up happen whenever you do it, and I appreciate you for doing it. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button so you know every time we go live, and hit that bell so you'll get notified every time we go live. You feel me? What else we got going on? Okay, so normally I do cover a lot of news and things like that, topics that's going on in the world, and then I do that on like the first 3 weeks or so of every Sunday at 5:00 Central Time, right? And then the last week of the month, I normally have these little open discussion panels where we talk about something else, do a little something light. All right, and that's what today is. It is the last Sunday of May, man. It went by so quick. Congratulations to all y'all out there that graduated, and those that are moving on. You know what I'm saying? Because I too had a couple of I had one graduate from kindergarten. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time, man. Yeah, the teacher was cracking up about crying and stuff, and she held it actually pretty good. She didn't drop a tear, but that voice cracked a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because she was basically saying how she has to give the kids back. So she kind of cracked up a little bit, but it was overall a great time. Enjoyed it, and it was good to see the little ones definitely continue on. But yeah, so congratulations to everybody out there in the school and doing what you gotta do, man. Good evening to you as well, Mr. Ches. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hope all is well over that side, man. So that's what it is. That's what we got going on for today, man. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce none other than him, man. This guy has been here since the beginning, really, and has been holding it down consistently, man. He gives you great content. He's never lacking, man. Great person, great personality, man. Please give it up for the one, the only, none other than Mr. Diz Riz himself, man. Let me see where he at. Welcome on in, Mr. Diz Riz.
Hey, what up, man? Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. I'm glad for you to be here, man. Why does it say panelists on there? That's
I don't see myself. I don't see myself.
Oh, you can't see yourself? Well, you definitely on.
Nope.
You definitely are on.
Make sure I ain't slapping no bitches or nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You are
Glad
I wasn't. Yeah. Man. Welcome in. As always, it's good to see you, man. Thank you for coming in. How's everything going your way?
Man, everything's moving, man. It's moving and grooving. Hey, things moving fast. It's moving fast, but hey, I'm just trying to hold on to the train while it's on the right track. You feel me?
Yeah, man. I hear that, man. And a big congratulations is in order for Mr. Disriz ENT. Also for the I can't remember the name, but you won when it came to the to a certain competition. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah. You talking about the hiding mounts, John? Yeah. So what I did, in regards to the Bill video, if you in the know of the Bill, I was working on my game room, just putting up. I picked up a LG. What's the name of it? It's a 430. I think it's a 430 OLED. You know what I'm saying? 83 inch. Put that up, mounted that joint, and then I put all my game systems, like all the nostalgia game systems, all the way up to the PS5, mounted them from corner to corner on the wall, symmetrically. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use a big word right now. Symmetrically, of the length of the 83 inch. You know what I'm saying? And I use hideamounts.com. I have to find the link. I know I'm a partner with them, you know what I'm saying, or affiliate or whatever. So, I'll be pimping and pandering mounts, but I really haven't even had a chance to even really post on social media. But when I say these hiding mounts is hided, you know what I'm saying, hided mounts, you know what I'm saying, they authentic, you know what I'm saying. I haven't had any issues. Everything's been secured, sturdy, not worrying about my systems falling off the wall or anything like that, man. Great material, and it made the whole setup look amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I have nothing on my entertainment centers, or maybe a little decorations and stuff like that, but everything else just looks like it's just floating in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. It came out pretty dope. And with the hide amounts, the competition that you were talking about, the hide amounts company, they actually had a contest for April. I just thanked them for getting me my products, you know what I'm saying, within 3 days. I think it came from either Nevada or New Mexico. It was one or the other. I'm in Texas now. I'm in the DFW. I'm in the DFW, mama. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that far, even though Texas is a big ass state, 18 hours each way. You know what I'm talking
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So, but still, New Mexico and Arizona is right on the other side, and they got my products without me having to pay for extra shipping. They got my products to me in like 3 days. It was like $300 worth of stuff, a product that I bought from them, and I actually went back in because my kids brought the Wii, the Wii I bought for them back in the day. They was like, "Dad, you want to just mount this in the game room too?" I was like, "Fuck it," you know what I'm saying? I mean, skip it. I don't want to get us banned. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Yeah." So I jumped back online, and I had already purchased. I think it was like $280 or something like that. I had already purchased. Um, so I purchased the Wii mount or whatever, and like within like 3 hours, they emailed me back. They credited me for the shipping for that because anything over a certain amount, you know what I'm saying, you get the products, shipped for free. I think it's either $75 or $100 worth. You get the products sent to you for free. So they credit me right away without me even have to contact them, let them know I'll put another product on my order, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? They sent everything and they put the Wii mount into the bundle, the packages that I ordered already. I didn't have to pay for no shipping. It got here in 3 days, and I sent them a picture of it. And I thanked them for getting my products to me, and you know what I'm saying, in a short term fashion without me having to pay expedited mail or shipping or anything like that. They got my products to me, and I took one snapshot, took a picture of the final product, and I told them I got a video coming for it soon, and they used that particular photo, and it wasn't the best of my photos, but they took that particular photo and put it in the competition for April, and it won. It won. So they gave me half off of my order. So I think they gave me like $158 credit. You know what I'm saying, for the $300 purchase I placed, and the products work. That's all I say. And they was like, "Hey, here's the affiliate link." You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do a video, just go ahead and do it and tag us in it. We're willing to hear more from you and from your community type deal. So hey, they good people over there. I want to say it's mostly women that run the company, that own the company, and so forth. But hey, they about their business. I tell you about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got a little bit of feedback on your end, though. It's like an echo.
You said echo?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if
I
it's coming
got
through
you.
It might be coming through speakers or something.
I know what it is. I
Okay.
got it. I got it.
All right.
I got it.
So yeah, man.
I was over here bumping that Yellow Beezer earlier. My bad. I was just in DFW zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Trying to tap into my roots where I'm at right now.
Yes, sir. All right. It's going away now, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's awesome. Cause yeah, you weren't even trying to do that, right? It happened to fall into your lap.
Hey, go again. I didn't hear you. I was putting in my headphones. My bad.
No, I was saying like you weren't even shooting for that, right? Like you just happened to put it in there, and it just voila, right place, right time.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. It was right place, right time. I just tagged them in an Instagram and Facebook post. That's all I did. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing that I pursued. You know what I'm saying? In order to get linked up with them. You know what I'm saying? And everything worked out pretty good. It worked out for the better. For the business side and for my whole setup. Just to show the authenticity of my videos and stuff like that. So it was pretty dope.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hey Chaz, let me know if you want to come up, man. I'll drop the link for you. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into this thing. It's I got a little couple of crazy things to talk about here. Let me see what's on the first agenda, man. Actually, you got anything you want to talk about, Mr. Diz Riz himself?
Hey, Tory Lanez and Lil Durk about to be free. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, man. I keep seeing stuff popping up. So it's amazing. It's gonna be interesting to see if how that works. You know what I mean? If it's gonna happen or not. Did you want the link, Chaz? Let me know if you want the link.
My whole thing is like with the whole case, and he took the bid and everything. I feel that it should be equal justice. If she lied about the whole thing, she should take the rest of the sentence since she lied, because that's what in the military they call that treason. You know what I'm saying? Or not treason. What is it? It's
I know in the court system it would be perjury.
Perjury. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So that would be perjury. So she should take the rest of his sentence. He sat for 2.
Man,
She need to go ahead and take the 8. I mean, I'm just saying, in the real world, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. That I would say I would call that justice, not just
yeah,
us, just justice. You know what I'm saying? But it
yeah.
is what it is.
Because I definitely, man, and that's the sad part about it is that um, people who falsely accuse people and things like that, they rarely see any backlash from that. However, the person that was accused, that stain stays on them, for the remainder of their time. So yeah, it just sucks that unfortunately, if it was to come out that there was fabrication and on Meg the Stallion's part, man, I would think that it probably would be considered justice if some ramifications happened on that part, but normally those things don't happen, man. They're free to say whatever, do whatever, and if it comes out, then it's somebody else's fault. So
Yeah, I
um,
mean, it'll more or less end up in a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? And they'll just close the
yeah.
case right there. I mean, but I want to see some action. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I'm
Trump,
with you, man. I think if
you
somebody
know,
definitely goes that route, and they're knowingly lying about it, then because the I've seen people in clips of her saying like, "Why would I have to lie about this?" And they're like, "Well, didn't you lie about the relationship that y'all shared? If you're Meg the Stallion and you wouldn't have to lie about anything, then why would you lie about that?" So I mean, it does raise some questions to be like, okay, well, hey, you know, is if you're lying about something, are your credibility might be shot because of that lie, and I don't think you can blame people um for inquiring about that or wondering about that because you did lie.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
big facts. You know what I'm
so
saying?
yeah, man. And you said Dirk as well. What's going on with Dirk?
I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's coming out. Last thing that I've heard in regards to it was they were trying to use like creator made videos. Hey, cousin Shani. They were trying to use creator videos like myself, like what I'm saying, people that just react to videos and take clips of different videos and put it to the lyrics of a song that might have dropped, or a song without visuals, and they just took videos of it and made a complete music video of it, and that's helping Lil Durk's case in a sense to get him free. In regards to it, like they're saying that like because he's on trial for murder for hire. That's what he's locked up for. But they're saying that they really don't have too much evidence besides the lyrics that he used in certain songs, and the only song that they actually brought out as of now, the song was dropped like 7 months before the Rondo hit, or before the shooting in California that took the life of Rondo's cousin. So um, I don't know. I mean, I don't want nobody in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because I want them out in the streets to reap the benefits of what the streets got to offer. If you out here doing wrong, it's gonna come back to you. But I don't wish no harm on no man. But if you're out there living dirty, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna come back around. So, I'd rather him be out, living his life, seeing his kids and his family versus being locked up, for another, something that he probably has something to do with allegedly, but is no proof. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. So it looked like it's looking good for him though.
All right, well, that's what's up, man. Definitely, we don't want any more innocent or any innocent men or people in general locked up for something they didn't do. So, hopefully justice prevails in those situations, man. Speaking of justice, do we got anything justice related in this? The justice system. I guess we can talk a little. Well, not really the justice system, but the laws, man. It seems as if the Texas, speaking of DFW, wants to take back or ban THC. So just a little bit of backstory, if I can remember correctly. I think that hemp came about. I think federally, I think they might have did the hemp laws or whatever, so making hemp legal, right? With that came a lot of hemp products. And shortly after hemp, Texas, I believe, had a Compassionate Care Act. I think they had one already in place, but you know, it was very, very strenuous. They added a few more, I think, illnesses, still making it a heavily restricted list to get on. But I think they added some more and then allowed people to use cannabis. However, it was pretty much hemp because it couldn't be anything under like point. I think it was 0.05 percent THC. So they had that. So technically, Texas had a marijuana program. However, fast forward to now, they're in works. I don't know if it's signed yet, but there was a bill on its way to the governor's desk, I believe, to be signed that I want to say it bans THC altogether. So I don't think there's any amount or whatever that is going to be acceptable for THC. So basically, they're going back to the prohibition days back in Texas. Let's take a look.
They're poisoning our children, and we must ban THC. We can't regulate it. We don't have enough police to check every store when there are 8,000 to 9,000 of them.
State Representative James Tallarico argued the ban simply makes a troubling situation exponentially worse.
This bill is not going to stop Texans from smoking weed or eating edibles just because a bunch of politicians in Austin tell them not to. Texans will still use THC, but instead of getting it safely from a local small business, they'll now get it from the black market, from the drug cartels. This ban is a gift to the cartels.
Wow. Powerfully said there at the end. And yeah, so I don't understand the play here. I've seen states go from no medical marijuana to having a miracle marijuana and having a thriving. I've even seen them go from miracle marijuana to legalization in different states. Rarely have I seen them go from from no type of care to a medical marijuana program back to trying to take it back to a no medical care. Pretty wild. What do you think about that, Steve?
I mean, they say it'll be a hit to the cartel, but the cartel is just gonna like influx more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it comes from, right? I mean, that's allegedly that's where it comes from. But I mean, in the DFW, man, on the expressway you smell weed, so it's flamed up out here. Like everybody's smoking, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna do or how they're gonna do it, you know, and it's gonna take down a lot of the CBD businesses that's around. But I don't. It's like, I mean, like almost like being, I hate to say Indian giver, but like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, granting something, you know, to make it legalized and then take it back. Like, yeah, it's gonna be some issues here in Texas. They do that. But on the other note, they're trying to bring casinos here. So how you gonna take that and then bring out casinos and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be some issues. It's gonna be some issues with that.
Yeah, no, they've been trying to bring casinos to Texas. It doesn't work. It doesn't pass at all. Will it be a difference? Probably not. I don't think that shit gonna pass, man. But they and to your contrary, he said that the only person that is gonna benefit is the cartels. In that clip. So, and I agree. And he also, I think he brought up the point of, hey man, if it's a health thing, then why don't we get rid of alcohol? Why don't we get rid of tobacco if you're really concerned with health, right? So that right there would lead me to believe that it's not really about health, it's about somebody's pockets, right? So I would definitely think that it would be somebody that's not getting their cut. And one of the things I would think is I would be curious to know is what this step has done for the prison industrial complex, right? Are you not able to get those arrests and those jails that you normally would be able to get? Are those not happening anymore? Is somebody losing money on that end? Because it makes no sense on why. Because one of the things, and you know, I agree wholeheartedly, man. The only people that are really benefiting from Texas banning cannabis, what up, Trap? Banning cannabis is the black market. The black market is the only people that's really benefiting from this, right? Because they want to tout, Steve, they want to tout the fact that the kids are getting a hold of this stuff. But that to me is not really a legitimate argument, because if your kids are getting a hold of it, isn't that a parenting thing? Isn't that a neglectful parent, not a product? Because I guarantee those, let's say 12-year-olds did not go into the dispensary and buy it because somebody would have said, let me see your ID, right? So that is not an issue, because, hey, I remember, well, shit, I was given alcohol when I was young, right? Young, right? And come on, sip on this, put some hair on your chest, right? I was given that when I was younger by adults. Not only that, but I also, as a youth, did sneak in and get, sips my own self. So it wasn't the fact that it was, and this was a substance that was regulated. So it's not, to me, the fact of the dispensaries providing a product and the kids getting their hands on it. It's more of a parenting issue to me. If you're talking about kids getting their hands on things, I don't know what you think, man.
I mean, I totally agree. With you. In regards to that, like, just looking at the whole scenario, like, you created the CBD places, where people can get a product or a portion of the real product, right? But then you trying to take it away from them is, like, to me, it's like not hypocrisy, but like you said, like it's messing with somebody's pockets. And Texas jail system is thorough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard before I got down here to the DFW that the Texas prison system is like damn near modern day slavery, where you're busting rocks and peeling potatoes and all the old type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would think that they're not getting, or like getting the traffic stops, that they were getting before, the legalization of CBD or whatever, or or medical marijuana, that they were getting before. So they trying to just like cut that out, and now they got people not addicted to it, but addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? So they know people still they still gonna smoke, but now we can go ahead and get these cases and stuff like that. To me, that's like double jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's some bullshit, if you ask me.
Yeah, because that lawmaker definitely said that. Hey, man, look, just because some people up here in this building decide that they can't smoke doesn't mean that they not still gonna smoke, eat edibles, whatever. The only problem is now it's not gonna be regulated. It's gonna be black market. So ain't no telling what they can put in, mix or whatever, trying to make this synthetic stuff. So hey, Trap, if you ever want to come up, man, feel free. Just let me know. I'll drop you the link as well. So yeah, man, I think that, for sure. If any of y'all want to come up as well, let me know. I can drop a link for you guys. I can either put you on cam or off cam. It's completely up to you. Just let me know. But yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that one, man. I think it's a bunch of malarkey, man. It's a bunch of malarkey. All right, so now we got a neighbor. Moving on, we got a neighbor out here setting it off, man. Setting it off, okay? I don't know what the issue was. Actually, I do know what the issue was, but
they got the Queen Latifah braids.
Man, I don't know. They didn't show her face. But let's take a look at her.
Hey, get my baby down!
And it was like bam, 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 bam.
A barrage of gunfire had the whole block hitting the floor on Detroit's West Side Mother's Day afternoon.
Their house was completely drenched in bullet holes.
When everyone got up, they had a good idea who pulled the trigger, a woman they say they've been having issues with for decades.
She's been
crashing out for years now.
It's just getting worse.
It's getting worse, yeah.
For seemingly no reason at all, she allegedly fired 20+ rounds out of her window into a neighbor's house off Whitcomb Street near Grand River.
Yo, crazy. I don't understand what Granny doing with that type of arsenal. All right, 'cause God dang. Look, man. I know we got the Second Amendment right. Okay, so I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it, man. I don't trust old people in firearms. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause their temperament is not quite there, and they come from a different time. You know what I mean? They come from a different time where shit wasn't heavily like policed. You know what I'm saying? And somebody in your backyard, you pow. You know what I'm saying? Just bury them all somewhere, and ain't nobody asking no questions. You know what I'm saying? So the temperament is not very very strong, and they already have come from a different type of era, man. So obviously this is not that scenario. She was obviously suffering some type of mental health, is what it sounded like. But yeah, man, she was ready to crash out, and apparently they said she'd been crashing out for years, man. So how do we get to this point? How do we get to this point, Steve?
Life be life, and motherfuckers keep fucking with you. Hey, motherfuckers keep fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and pick on that white boy over there. Okay, yeah, but he black. Okay, yeah, but still, we're going to pick on that white boy over there. Okay, yeah, keep fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fuck around and find out. And that's what everybody in Amos Alonzo Stagg realized. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just calling a spade a spade. If somebody got a rebuttal to it, they could drop it in the comments. I'll stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, that white boy was a police officer's son too. Fuck around and find out. Now you're going to catch these hands. And that's just how it is. So when it come to Granny, like you said, she grew up in the older ages. You know what I'm saying? So she don't give no care, no way. You know what I'm saying? She just going to let it off. And it sounds like she has some lethal stuff going on over there. She let off like, about 6 or 7? And probably had 30 more in the chamber. I mean, in the clip. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, fuck around and find out.
Apparently so, man. But the crazy part about it is that she definitely, and this was suffering from mental health, man. And this is one of those things that are like, man, what do we do, right? Because I'm about to reveal some more stuff that she did. But looking at the situation, you would have to ask yourself, how did she still have her weapons, man? We about to take a look at some other stuff that she did, and we'll come back on the other side.
Tiara Schaaf says they saw this coming. It's been bubbling up. Verbal confrontations with nearly everyone on the block.
She even called the police on my home multiple times, saying that she heard us say that we threatened to kill her, we're harassing her, we're using our cameras to artificially control her body. Yeah.
Mental illness is likely a factor here. On full display last year, when Tiara says the woman apparently held a gun to her teenage son's head for all the neighborhood to see.
She had him outside completely naked at gunpoint.
The guns are gone, but the woman in question, a suspect now, is still out and at home. We're told charges are pending against her.
Even though they retrieved the guns, I just felt like we're still not safe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as you heard, man, she was having issues with other neighbors, saying that she was able to control them. Or the neighbors were controlling him through the camera. They were controlling her body, and how, just some outlandish stuff. They were plotting on her and all kind of stuff. They even said that she had her son at gunpoint naked outside. So how at gunpoint? So how are these things adding up? But still, she still has the capability to, later on down the road, unload goddamn 30 in a neighbor's house because she's tweaking out about something that's going on. I ain't gonna say tweaking out, but having a mental breakdown. That's just crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna take you back to about, what was that, 1983, 84. It was before my little brother was born. We had a neighbor that was 2 doors down. I believe that um, he went to the army. He went to the army or the Marines, something like that. Probably the army. Well, it could have been the Marines since we in Illinois. It's a Navy state, right? I can't remember, but he went to the military. I just put it like that, and he came home strung out on drugs. So that was around the dead president's era. You know what I'm saying? So most of them was coming back, or getting kicked out of boot camp because they wasn't efficient or suffice to meet the requirements, in order to be a soldier or a seaman or whatever, whatever you want, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, so he was a hype. We found out later he ended up being a hype. You know what I'm saying? And anybody on 74 May, they know. You know what I'm saying? On how Fish was, back in the day. But anyway, around 84, 85, 86 time frame, he was 2 doors down. Now, mind you, my father was a Chicago police officer, right? He used to come outside on his front porch, cock his shotgun, and shoot that bitch we had a little like viaduct or like the train tracks, but it was like a viaduct that goes up off, off to the side of the parking lot that was next to our house. So he'd shoot that shit down 2 houses going towards the viaduct. Going towards the train tracks or whatever, and shoot that shit like it wasn't nothing, like it wasn't no issue. So that's when we knew this mug was off, mental health possibly, right? And that's how we ended up finding out that he was messing around with drugs and stuff like that. So mental health is a serious situation, and at that time I probably was like 7 years old, but I remember it because my dad was pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like fresh off of Vietnam, SF type deal, CPD, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? So he had to intervene on his neighbor 2 houses over. And we black. We don't just shoot randomly. You know what I'm saying? We got a target in mind, normally. But this joint was just crazy. And then later on, we found out he was a hype, watching cars for $2. You know what I'm saying? A couple pair of socks type deal. Stuff like that. Make fun of, stuff like that. But mental health is a serious issue, and you never know how it could tweak somebody in order, in doing something like this.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. I have to agree with you on that one. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. I think luckily nobody was hurt, but I still think that a little bit of that. I think somebody should have been able to step in and intervene before this got to that place, because somebody could have been hurt.
Where was her family at? Her family should have been checking on her. Whatever.
Shit, they probably ran out the back door. Nana tripping again.
Don't give her the bullets to load. You know what I'm saying?
It was too late. It was too late, man. Who done touched my sweet potato pie? Click, click, and it was over. It was a wrap. Everybody run, get the kids, get Lisa and them. it was over. So. Yeah, it was.
I feel you.
Yeah. It was too late. So, but yeah, man, I definitely think not parents, but family members. I agree with you. I think family members, even law enforcement, man, should have stepped in at least when she had her son out there, ass out with a gun to him. I think that should have definitely been pause for maybe considering if this person should have firearms or not.
Yeah, I believe, like, I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, over a certain age limit or a certain, well, I wouldn't say age limit. I would say health limit.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got all these certain things that's, ailments that's hurting you, now that can be a tricky situation in regards to PTSD, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got all these occurrences or what they say in The Last of Us, encounters, you know what I'm saying? You got all these encounters that's going on. Hey, law enforcement need to go ahead and take that. And I ain't saying get ATF involved. I'm just saying just the regular police. They need to police the police and policing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to get stuff in order in the area,
Yeah, because I don't think that's too much. Because there are people with several different illnesses that are still able to function at a good level. So I don't think that just merely having a mental health disqualifies you. But I think that if you start displaying homicidal type of ideologies, I think that it definitely, should be looked at very closly.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm good though. I'm just letting you know I'm good.
Just for the record. Just for the record. I'm good. I hear that, man. Still speaking, look, all right, we're gonna stay on guns for a little bit, man. All right. To the neighbor up north, Oklahoma, my hometown, man. They just passed a new gun law, okay? And I'm gonna get your opinion on it. I want to know if you think this gun law is good or bad.
A new law he authored and Governor Kevin Stitt signed this week, aiming to keep Oklahomans out of trouble for self-defense or standing your ground in a justified defensive display.
What this bill does is provide some clarity for where the castle doctrine is applied. And in this statute, thankfully signed by the governor 2 days ago, expands that boundary of our castle doctrine up to the edge of your property.
To simplify that, let's say this is your property line, home, private property, or business, it doesn't matter. If I step over this line, you could, in defense, tell me you have a weapon, show me the weapon to let me know you're serious, or even just put your hand on it without having to worry about criminal charges.
I'm gonna pop your ass.
Right. Yeah. That's that's that. All right.
Hey, the castle law is lovely. I love that. You know what I'm saying? That makes me feel like a free American. I can protect my castle. I love that.
Yes. So there's a couple of things with that. Okay. So so I apologize for those that do not know. Steve does not have the video, so he's not able to see exactly what we saw. But it gave a little. Basically, what this was saying was that it doesn't start at your door; it goes to your yard. And in the case of, you can tell somebody to get up out of there. You can, if they're on your yard and you want them to leave, you can tell them to leave. I guess if they don't leave, you can show your weapon. Or you can put your hand on your weapon, or you can pull your weapon, maybe even point your weapon, right? Beforehand, I don't believe that, I know that was not legal. I think you could even get charged for brandishing a weapon, right? If you, the only thing you could really do with your weapon is pull it out and pop it, right? It was not used as a deterrent. But with this, it seems as if they're saying you can use your weapon as a deterrent. What do you think about that?
I mean, I like the castle, like defending the castle law. I do love that. That was one of the main reasons why I moved to Texas. Fuck everything else. Just being able to stand my ground. I mean, that was unheard of in Chicago. But like I've discussed in numerous podcasts in the past, like, there's guns floating around, even though guns are illegal, or certain guns, you probably can have a shotgun with nothing else in Chicago, but still everybody and their grandma, just like the last video, got a gun, you know what I'm saying? Or got some type of gun. But being in Texas and having as many guns as I have, being able to stand my ground, or fight fire with fire, it brings me back to my military days. Like, shit, y'all shooting 7.62, I got 7.62 coming right back at you. You know what I'm saying? So I can stand my ground, like literally, Or if you come in with a 22, I ain't got nothing less than a 9 coming at you. So if you come with that little shit, hey, it's just game over for you. That's what I say. But still, I'm able to stand my ground and go on with my life versus letting somebody just take my stuff and then haphazardly, take my stuff haphazardly, call the police, and then I got to fight to get it back, or maybe never get it back, versus being able to, live up to my veteran status and just hold my foxhole, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like being able to, I kind of get my little rocks off. You know what I'm saying? Being able to, like, stand my ground, because, there's certain guns that I ain't shot in a while. So, shit, hey, you come here, it's going to be a party. It's going to be a party over here in Mesquite. You know what I'm saying? So, so you you just better know what house you coming to before you come. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you might fuck around and find out with the wrong one. Like that's been itching to let one go. So, I mean, I totally agree with it. I know I kind of got off subject, but I totally agree with that. And I
Okay.
think that more states should have that, especially if you have a concealed to carry. Right? You should be able to stand your ground. It shouldn't be other laws that conflict with your concealed carry. You should be able to hold your ground. In regards to it. Because your concealed carry should go back to your home. You know what I'm saying? And you be able to defend your castle. So I totally agree with that law.
Okay. I feel I'm mixed on it, right? I'm mixed on this because I think it's good because I think that it can be used as a deterrent. However, I'm skeptical about it because I also fear that it could have the opposite intent or the opposite effect as well because it could have an escalation factor to that.
Yes.
Right.
And that's what I
So
was gonna say with the okay. So with the takeoff situation, remember when takeoff, was unalive back in a few years ago down in Houston, like with them showing their weapon, like or whoever showed their weapon first, that escalated the whole situation. I think I pointed that out. And with brandishing a weapon or putting your hand on it or showing it like almost said Debo, like Ice Cube on Boys in the Hood, like you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
yeah, I got a problem. Here you go. You got
Yeah.
one coming right back at you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was definitely about to say in regards to that too.
Yeah, that's definitely my belief, man. I think that I can see the good and I can see the bad on there. Now there are also some opposition to the bill as well. We'll take a look and see what they're talking about, and then we'll come back and talk about it on the other side.
Democratic Tulsa Representative Michelle McCain couldn't give it her vote.
I don't think that a threat to your person and a threat to your property are the same type of thing.
In March, McCain was one of multiple Democrats who questioned Stegall on responsibilities for gun owners and instances across the country where innocent people, including kids, have been shot just for knocking on doors or stepping into yards.
It was just a punishment bill, and I'd like to try to avoid just adding on punishments without having the conversations about all of the people and ways that it might have a negative impact.
Stegall argues you'll still be in trouble for pointing a weapon as a joke, prank, or even out of anger. He sees the opposition differently.
All right, so now one of the things that they talked about, the lady talked about, was something that we actually covered on here before, and it was having to do with people being shot or shot at for simply knocking on somebody's door, as well as even pulling up in somebody's driveway. Now, I don't think that this bill covers that. I think that this bill is just simply saying that you're still responsible for the rounds that go out, and you still have to make sure that that's justifiable. However, you do have the ability to try to show your firearm to get someone to, I guess, leave or whatnot. But yeah, so I don't think those situations would be covered underneath that. But the lawmaker did say something that kind of like, I was like, okay, I think that this might get some people in trouble a little bit, because the lawmaker said that you could still get in trouble for pointing a weapon as a joke, a prank, or even out of anger, right? However, I think that this could get into a little bit of trouble area, especially when it comes to the anger part, because if you're telling somebody to get off of your property who's not trying to leave, I would assume that you're not going to be a happy camper or in the happiest mood, i.e. you might be a little bit angry. Right, when telling them to leave or whatnot, and they're not deciding to do so. So to grab your firearm, show your firearm, point your firearm, whatever it is, would that fall under that category of you're still not allowed to do it in anger? That would be my concern. For any
Yeah, I
blowback
totally,
that maybe.
man, I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like with the situation that happened, what was that in Kansas City? I think that was before I left Kansas. Um, a young black male went to the wrong house to pick up one of his siblings or his twin siblings, something like that, and knocked on the wrong door, and the guy shot him. Can't remember if he shot him through the door or came out and shot him. I can't remember, but yeah, I believe that that you shouldn't just be just flagging your gun everywhere. Like that's just wrong. Like if you're in a threat situation, like I was saying before, staying your ground or defending your castle, yeah, I totally agree with that. But just randomly, you you gang banging on the Amazon delivery, the UPS driver, FedEx, what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. They just trying to deliver your mail to your door. They trying to, because that's what they supposed to do. Amazon's supposed to either deliver it to your mailbox or bring it to your door if it's oversized. Same thing with USPS and I believe UPS and FedEx too. So yeah, I agree with that aspect of it. It could cause some issues, because Amazon, they just randomly just walk up. You know what I'm saying? Because they thinking it's safe and they just doing their job. So I totally agree with that.
Yeah, and that's that's a great point, because I was also thinking of that as well, because I'm thinking like, and don't quote me, but I think that there's a little bit of access from the public, especially let's say if you don't have a fence, right? If you got a fence, then yes. If your fence says don't come in my fence, no trespassing, I see that. But a lot of houses don't have a fence in the front, right? So people normally come up to the doors and interact. So I that's the other fear of it, is what necessarily has to happen before you touch a weapon, right? For instance,
I would say life in danger. That's what I would say.
But so if that was the case, then there wouldn't be this law, right? Because if your life was in danger, you wouldn't have to show it, right? You're not going to say, I got a weapon before you shoot me, right? You're going to say, okay, it's go time, right? Mm-hmm. So that would make it.
I think they're taking notes from the Geneva Code. Like whoever wrote this law probably was in the military or had some access to the Geneva laws in regards to, like when we deploy, we couldn't just fire if we seen the Taliban or ISIS or whatever, doing anything. We just couldn't just gang bang and just jump on them. We had to wait till we're fired upon them before we return fire. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody got to get hit before we start, start the whole, firing contact, So that's what it sounds like. It sounds like somebody, been drinking that Geneva Code juice a little bit too much, and they just trying to put that out and bring that down to the civilian side. That's what it sounds like to me.
No, I think that's a great point. I think that is actually just an extension of the Castle Doctrine. I think it's simply somebody saying, because it makes sense to me to say, well, if I'm in my house and I want you to leave, you don't leave, and I flash a weapon, I'm safe, right? But if I step past the threshold, still on my property, and flash it, then I'm in trouble. That doesn't make sense, right? Because you're still on my property. I'm still on my property. So it to me, it just seems like an expansion of the Castle Doctrine to keep the person from legal trouble if they do have to deter. And again, this law to me, unless there's some more to it, only simply is talking about the holding of a weapon, right? A holding or a showing of a weapon, not the discharge of a weapon. That's what I'm getting from this right now. So it's just simply saying, not the discharge. You discharge, a lot of other stuff going to be followed up, right? Mm-hmm. But merely, hey, man, I was on somebody's property. They wanted me to leave. I didn't leave, and they showed a weapon. Well, that person's not going to get in trouble. They're going to tell you, well, you should probably, I'm assuming they should say, well, you should have got off the property when they told you to, right? Whereas before, if they did that, they could have got in trouble if they weren't inside the house and they were 2 feet outside the house on the porch. So I think it was just an extension of that. However, I do think that it could cause some serious issues, like we were talking about with the escalation part of it, of, you know, oh, you're going to show yours, well, I got one too, because everybody running around strapped, right? So and now, okay, now, who's at fault? Police show up, homeowners down, maybe even deceased. The other person is, you know, alive with a firearm. The other person laying down on the ground with the firearm. He says, well, he pointed a weapon at me. You know what I'm saying? So then, I mean, where does this fall at? Who's self-defense and who's not? You know what I'm saying? So I think that it could really open up some troubles, because I don't agree that you should be showing I think your weapon should be for defense. Mm-hmm. And I know some people can look at it and say that is a defense, and I would agree with them. I think a deterrent is a great defense as well, but I think that it should be the last measure. Right. I think that should be a last measure, because we're now introducing in an argument deadly force, and I don't think that that's gonna fit.
And I think that homeowner should have had proper training with that weapon to know how to use it, because they wouldn't be the one laying down. It'd be reverse roles if that was the case. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, but I think with this, it offers a muddiness for stand your ground, and I also think it offers a muddiness for, well, stand your ground. I was gonna say self-defense, but stand your ground is a self-defense claim. So basically for self-defense, because what if somebody's wrong? What if I thought my property was here, but it's actually here, and that person isn't on there, right? Now I've introduced deadly force. They've introduced deadly force. Like who's at fault? Like I said, I can see both of them, but I think that I don't think you should pull your weapon as a deterrent. I think that you really should. That should be your last resort. That means that the shit hitting the fan, and you gotta, you know, make some moves. But I don't think you should be totally flashing it and showing it, man. Mm-hmm. I don't. No. It's just something about it that just don't sit right. Because you know, that much of a wiggle area, man, just bad shit happens. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. Just bad. It just happens. So I definitely wouldn't.
Just I can see. Look at the takeoff situation. You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
Somebody pulled out. Look at the takeoff situation, man.
Oh yeah.
Somebody pulled out a gun. Other people that had a gun pulled that out, and hey, he got hit in the back of the head. You know,
rightfully so, though, right?
Exactly.
If you pull yours out and I got one,
yeah, it sucks. It sucks, but that's how it went down. You know, that's why you ain't heard nobody get locked up for it, because of people brandishing guns. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You showing the gun. Yep.
Who was self-defense and who wasn't? You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
RP takeoff, but you know, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah,
you know
man.
That's all I can say. It sucks.
I definitely agree with you on that one, man. I definitely agree with you on that one, Steve. We got another one coming up, man. The song came to my mind. Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar. And they better put my money in my hand. Because
Project Pat.
And this song has a little bit of resemblance to the next discussion that we're about to have, because I know that I too have been victim to this circumstance, right? You're at the cashier, you're buying something, and you hand them the money, right? You put the money in their hand, and they come back with the change, and they slide it on the counter. That just really grinds my gears. Look, I handed you my money. I need you to hand me my money back. But I just simply collect my goods as well as my money, and I just go out the store and continue my day. Now, what happens when you run across a cashier who is exhibiting the same behaviors of them wanting the money in their hand, but the Patreon is saying, no, here you go. Let's take a look at when keeping it real goes wrong. I think this is it. Is this it?
A new law he authored and Governor Kevin.
$1.06 has changed my life a lot.
$1.06. That's how much money Ann Flores says she slid across the counter to the cashier for the slushie. Flores claims the cashier wanted the money placed in her hand.
And she said, pick up the effing money and put it in my damn hand.
Flores did not like the cashier's tone, so she left the money on the counter and tried to walk out.
So I kept on walking towards the door, and she came around the counter and she shoved the money in my chest.
According to an arrest warrant affidavit, a Cedar Hill police detective says the cashier confronted and pushed Flores, adding Flores was trying to leave, but the cashier taunted Flores, pushed Flores again, and swung Flores toward the front counter, where Flores' lower back was hit. The scuffle continued.
She just came at me, and it was either, stand there and get pounded or fight back, and instinct was to fight back.
A detective says the cashier, Sharif Lawrence, was the aggressor. She's charged with assault causing bodily injury.
Well, okay. So, she ain't come in to work today, apparently. Yeah, man, the cashier wanted the money in her hand, and the lady was like, man, just go on about your business. And she wasn't having it. She was not having it. And, I don't know. Who wrong here, Steve? Who wrong in your opinion, man? The cashier wanted the money in the hand. The lady said, man, you got your money. I'm out of here. And the cashier pursues the lady, man. Who's wrong here?
Man, legally, the cashier is wrong for it. But me personally, I'm looking at it on both sides. The cashier is probably, she probably just clumsy and just drops change on a regular when she's giving out change, because most people just use debit cards, nowadays, so she just probably put it on the table so the lady can pick it up, slide it in her hand, and just go ahead about her business, but the cashier is in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just for coming around the counter and attacking that lady. You supposed to be customer service, right? Customer service with a smile. So the cashier is in trouble.
Yeah, and why? I mean, I don't understand why the cashier wanted it in her hand so bad. Because you just scoop it up and put it in the register. Just scoop it up and put it in the register, man. Why are you willing to risk it for $1.60-something? Like, it just makes no sense, man. And okay, so I had to agree with you on that one. Look, I think that it was 100% the cashier, of course, man. The cashier could have took the money, put it in the register, let the lady go on about her day, but she had to prove a point today. She had to prove to that lady, and you better put the money in my hand. And if you don't, you're going to catch these hands. And apparently, that's what she did. She went up and assaulted this lady for something so minor, man. It was, you know what I mean? Like, she could have put it in a register. The lady been going about her day. She would have went about her day, but now she probably in somebody's jail, man. And there's another interesting twist about this, Steve, and I want to get your opinion on it, okay? We're going to check out the history of the cashier, and then I got a question for you on the other side.
Lawrence has a lengthy criminal history, theft and drug convictions, even a felony aggravated assault conviction in 2000. In a newly filed lawsuit against Walmart, Flores claims the company was negligent to hire Lawrence. Flores claims to have suffered 2 vertebrae fractures, a head injury, and more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, now, with all that being said, Mr. Steve, do you think the victim has a case against Walmart? Because looking at this lady's history of violence and theft and all these things, they give her a job where she's dealing with people of all different kinds and all different temperaments, with her bad temperament, and this happens. Were they neglectful for putting her in the position to deal with people when she may not even be a people person? Or at least been proven to be violent.
Hey, the Cedar Hill Walmart is about to be Miss Lopez Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on, man. Why would y'all hire her in the beginning? Like, or not saying that they shouldn't have hired her. They shouldn't have put her in front of other customers, with her track record, because Walmart look like they hire anybody, and not knocking them, the workers at Walmart. All of them that I've encountered here in Texas have been very, very hospitable. At least they know where the stuff is, or they'll show me, point me in the direction of somebody to find something, So it's been a dope experience, but come on, man. Come on. I wouldn't have had her behind nobody register because, for one, didn't she get locked up for theft?
Yes, she did. Yes,
so she did. You just baiting her to steal, or you trying to set her up to go back to jail. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We can alleviate that, and you can just go stock shelves. You don't have no access to money. You just stocking shelves. You pulling the stuff out the back and putting it on the shelf. That's all you got to do. You can still get paid, make an honest living. But you put her behind money, and apparently she had something prior with this lady before. You know what I'm saying? Because most people that go to that particular Walmart or particular Walmarts frequent in the area. They live around the area. They're not going out their way to another Walmart. They live in the area. So she done probably had some conflict with this lady before. So she was just waiting for her to come back. You know what I'm saying? To put them paws on her. That's what it looked like to me. So that Walmart about to be Miss Lopez Walmart or whatever her last name is.
She said, my neck, my back, my neck, and my back. Yeah, we about to get this money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, man, I think it could be a point of, and I hate it too because, there are some people who make mistakes in the past and they get over and learn and all that good stuff, man, and they become contributing members of society. But yeah, man, I mean, this type of thing could have an effect on people who have turned their lives around to get gainful employment, because I mean, it would make me fearful to hire somebody who exhibited those behaviors and then take it out, and now I may be liable because they took it out on a customer. So it could have a negative effect. Hopefully it doesn't, but it definitely could. We got one more story to get to, man. Do you got anything before we go to that one story?
No, it was just the Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez case. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of stuff going on with that. I just wanted to just bring that out.
Okay.
That it's been pondering on my heart in regards to it. That a man about to be free. You know what I'm saying? For some stuff that he took the charge for. You know what I'm saying? He had to take the charge. Because of faulty DNA tests or what I'm saying, whatever they did. But yeah, he about to be free. And I feel that she should just, do the rest of the 6 years left. I think that would be justice. That's all.
I don't think that I don't think you're wrong, man. But do you think that this could be a thing? Because I know they were reaching out to I think the governor, to Governor Newsom, I think is what his name is, or Gavin Newsom, I think. But yeah,
I know
reaching out to get a pardon.
Yeah, I know the judge even looked at all the evidence, even though the judge don't really have the last say so, but they have to get it from the jurors. It's tricky when it comes to judges, but the judge even questioned it. She even brought it up, and she said that, man, it don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? When they showed the video of her stepping out and stepping on glass, and you know what I'm saying, it was a whole bunch of faulty stuff in regards to it. So,
and wasn't it like something with the medical examiner as well? Like, as far as I don't know, I think they lost the bullet fragments or whatever that was supposed to be in her foot or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, because I believe, me personally, just from on the outside looking in and watching the video, it looked like maybe the gun went off. It could have went off and hit the ground, and the fragments maybe went into her foot. But who shot the gun? You know what I'm saying? Because he grabbed the gun. You know what I'm saying? After one round went off, or something like that, the weapon fell, and then it went off twice. Went off 2 more times. So it could have went off. It could have accidentally discharged when it smacked the ground. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's crazy that you say that though, because I thought I heard that his DNA wasn't on the gun. That there were several people DNAs that was on the gun.
Nope. And the other woman that was with them, her friend, was able to say something. I can't remember the call, so she couldn't be tried or something like that. But she was able to say something. Immunity, yeah. She pled immunity. That's what it is. See, that's why I'm on the ACE of Spades podcast, because we got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, she pled immunity She played a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's like Professor X shit going on, between Diz Riz, ENT, and Ace of Spades. You know what I'm
Come
talking
on
about?
now, come on.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, even though we've been apart for a while, we still been here.
like,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
we never left, baby.
Yeah,
Come
like
on.
we never left. Back for the first time, But I'm saying she played immunity, and you know what I'm saying? And when they did the DNA results, his fingerprints wasn't on it. So who fingerprints was it? Because she played immunity, they can't say. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's why I look forward to him becoming free in regards to that.
Miss Shanti says, I heard Tory made a post saying he took the charge for Megan's friend because he didn't want the friend to go to jail because she's a mama. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I ain't taking that charge. I'm sorry.
I'm not
Miss
taking
Shanti,
that
your
charge.
ass going to jail.
hey, maybe they had a swinger type thing going on, or you know what I'm saying, a threesome.
But that's wait, hold on, though, because that's the thing is that he didn't take the charge. He didn't take the charge.
No, they convicted him.
He didn't. His whole thing was that he was innocent, I thought.
Yeah.
So there's no way he could have took the charge for her if he thought that just because she was a mother.
And that's probably why his defense didn't come out and say anything about her, because of the played immunity and because she was a mama, possibly.
Yeah, it's been a whole lot of faulty things going around. And all that good stuff. She said, I don't blame you. I don't care if you did. I'd be in that motherfucker eating goddamn wings. Stop telling them, yep, that was her. Shanti. Yeah. Should I be telling all your business? 4 baby daddies. Yeah.
Not 4. Not 4.
I'm bullshitting. But yeah. Yeah, that's a wild thing, man. Hopefully, like I said, if he is free or innocent, hopefully he does come off free. But I think there was a whole lot of speculation. It seemed like to be the whole trial. There was speculation and some things that were not being brought up and some things that were suppressed. I think I heard things that were suppressed as well. So yeah, I think that big back ass. Oh goddamn, man, that's hurtful. Wait a minute. I'm sensitive about my back. Thank you to whoever hit the like button. I got 2 hits on the like, man. Thank you so much for that, for coming in and hitting that. You're awesome. You are awesome. I appreciate it.
She didn't say big back. She didn't say.
You know what I'm saying? Big back ass. I mean, wait a minute. Is my ass and my back connected? They all big? What's going on? Explain yourself. And partially, this next topic is pretty much about Ashanti. It's called black fatigue. I've heard about this in social medias for now, like a couple of weeks now. And they've been talking about it. I never really knew exactly what it was, but I've kept hearing about it. Well, there's a story of some people, of a well-known journalist who was covering the story. He did have a couple of people on a panel, and he was asking them what it is. So we're going to take a quick look and see what they talking about. Let's take a look. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that, do any of y'all want to win a Diz Riz t-shirt? Because if you do, I got a game that we could play, and we can get you a t-shirt. So let me know if you want to win a Diz Riz t-shirt, okay? But let's go ahead and go to the clip.
Factor. First of all, let's define what black fatigue is supposed to be, Dr. Jones.
Black fatigue is supposed to be just and I'm trying to make it as short as possible. Basically, society is saying that they're tired of how black people are blaming things that have happened to us historically in the past on what's happening today. And they are also now adding different things that they have seen in society to that behavior as well. As she said, like loud mouthing or maybe, using certain words or certain behaviors in public.
So that's one definition of black fatigue that was given. What do you think about that, Mr. Dizeriz?
I mean, I don't have nothing to say in regards to it. I mean, I kind of agree with the therapist, the sex therapist.
Wait, sex therapist. Wait, is that what they said?
That's what it popped up on the screen. I seen the ending of it. It popped
Wait a
up on the
minute,
screen.
hold on. Let me see
sex
that
therapist.
again. Hold on, hang on there for a research purpose.
Factor. First of all, let's define what black fatigue is supposed to be, Dr. Jones.
Black fatigue is supposed to be just and I'm trying to make it as short as possible. Basically, society is saying that they're tired of how black people.
Factor. First of all, let's define what black fatigue
behaviors in public.
We're gonna just watch this through. Okay, let me click on the wrong buttons and shit. The show's over. No, okay. Good to know.
Everything was clear. Everything was clear. It said certified sex
therapist. I did not see that. Okay, congratulations. I wonder. Yeah, I would love to know more about that. But sticking to the topic at hand, man. So the as you see in the panel makeup as well, 3 black individuals and 2, I think at least 1 white person and maybe a white adjacent. So of course we already know what they're gonna be talking about, the white folks on there. But there is also a black woman on there that is agreeing with that definition, and she's gonna talk about that. However, there is another definition that is given for black fatigue. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll come back and discuss it.
What the original term from the actual black community of black fatigue was after every other community decided to vote, since you want to talk politics, Donald Trump, then black folks said, we're going to sit this one out. We're going to let this thing burn down, and we're going to go have a good time because we're tired. We have been struggling. Our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-great-great-great-grandparents have been fighting this same fight. So if you guys want to turn around, and he said the N-word, why don't you guys feel so comfortable, just say it. Just go ahead and say the N-word. We're if it's so okay, if you're so fatigued, if you don't want to recognize the civil rights plight, go ahead and say the N-word. No one's stopping you. It's a free country,
not on
right?
this show, Eugene.
I mean, I'm just
about
saying.
to lose me my show.
but that's my point. It's a lot of things that they want to use code words, whether it's DEI, whether it's black fatigue. They just want to be able to say the N-word without being able to say the N-word.
So do you not find certain behaviors objectionable? Or you think it's cool?
Listen, I live in a real community. I see a whole bunch of unruly white folks, Hispanic folks. So it's not just the black community, but we always want to emphasize on black when it's negative.
All right, so his definition of black fatigue, as opposed to the one that the lady gave before, is that it's black fatigue because we've been carrying a lot, doing a lot, and caring a lot. That's the fatigue of putting in the work and doing so much, even going back to our ancestors who may have been slaves and doing the work for nothing. Right, and had to endure such atrocities as well. So that's that form of black fatigue. Which one you think fit, man?
Man, me personally, I believe it's the first one. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because I believe I go with the certified sex therapist versus old buddy. You know what I'm saying? Because white folks, I mean, it's America. You can say whatever you want to, but you just gonna suffer the consequences because you know what certain words can trigger certain races. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows the trigger words. So if you want to start that, go ahead, open your mouth. You don't fuck around and find out. But I think it's more or less with the first lady in regards to what she was talking about the ghetto talk and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I go with the first one.
Okay. Yeah, man, I think that, I think opposite. I think it might have been with the sitting back from things now, because now they're saying, okay, well, hey, look, if the minute we start protesting, then shit gonna happen. So we're just sitting back. We're tired of, we did our job. So now we gonna sit back, let y'all enjoy it, and we're done. We're freaking done. We're done with this. You know, most people have shown who they are through their votes, so we're done. So I think that one definitely aligns, because looking at the timing of when it came out, I can see that kind of happening, right? With all the boycotts and stuff, especially, right? They're boycotting, not showing up for protesting and things like that. I think that more so is fitting, because shit, the ghetto's been around, for a long time, and they haven't came up with that. So I definitely think that it was that. I think that it might have even been like, I think somebody might have said co-opted to be something negative, but I think it was pretty much. I agree with what the fellow was saying in that disregard. Now we're gonna take a look at. Now this is gonna be a little tricky. I apologize. Thank you for whoever hit the like button. I appreciate you. I did not see it go up. However, I did recognize that you did hit it. Thank you so much. This might be a little risque. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump in this. We're gonna listen to the black lady on the panel who agrees with the negative connotation.
Do you at all see the black community as a lost cause or just some individuals? What?
I don't believe the black community is a lost cause at all. I just believe that we need to stop as a whole with all of this complaining. We need to move past the past and, become better. As an American, my parents were actually Nigerian. They came here in the 80s and they grew up here. They had me and my brothers, and we're all successful and not one complaint through our entire childhood. They said, work for what you need, work for what you're gonna get, and you will get it. God placed talent in all of us, black, white, whatever you may, call yourself, but God placed, all of these great things within us. Why should I now say, oh, well, a white person thinks this of me, or there's racism here and there? I don't think about that. I don't wake up every morning and have racism and all of these negative things on my mind. I move forward and I move past that.
All right. What do you think about what she said? I'll start there.
I totally agree. Even though she's from Africa, she came over, but still, Africans still deal with some type of form of racism, even though they come here. Yeah, we have a beef, being African American and African, but I didn't came in contact, with some cool ass Africans, Nigerians, Kenyans, Ethiopians, but they still have to deal with some things that's similar to what we had to deal with coming up in the United States. So, I totally agree with her. And it's about, get the negativity out of your life. If people ain't for you, they're against you. So don't even deal with them. Keep them blinded. Don't let them feed into your life, because they're just gonna put a damper on your life. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, man. I mean, I can see that point. I can see that. I think that, all right, so I got a little mixed emotions about this.
I think the brother just wanted the old girl in the pink dress after the show. He was trying to get her riled up, so so he could get her riled up. That's what I think. Which I ain't hating on him. I ain't take her to the back if you got to. But I think that's what it was, just to get some conversation, because she was quiet for a minute until he started talking. So okay, let's talk. Now I got your attention. You know what I'm saying?
You never know. But no, I think, okay, so I think that, again, I think okay, so, because you brought up a good point. You said, hey, man, look, immigrants also have their issues as well. They deal with racism. However, she's saying, well, let's forget about all that, which I think she's put in a different category, because she knows where she's from. She knows her lineage, right? She can probably trace back so far to even know the beefs that she had with other, people on the same continent, or in the same area, to the dance, the flavors, the foods, right? All these things she knows. She wasn't stripped of those things. So her perspective is a little bit different, because their culture is a little bit different. They have a different upbringing than American blacks, and American blacks have a different fight on their hands, right? So yes, when she comes, she will, she may inherit some of the racism, but because she's been so separated from it, I don't think that it hits the same, because again, that lineage of who you are, man, when you strip people of who they are and they no longer know themselves, I think that a lot more damage could be done that way. So I think that, and then listen here, your partner borrowed $100 3 months
I need
3 months
I need
later,
150 back. I need
3 months
150
later,
back.
you see him, right? And he don't say nothing to you. Matter of fact, he starts saying, man, it's, we need to get past the past, man. We need to forget about all this stuff, man. This stuff happened way back when, right? How you gonna feel about that?
Oh, I'm totally gonna feel disrespected because I already told him you borrowed this $100. I need 150 in 2 weeks.
Come
If you
on,
ain't
man.
got 150, it's about to be 300.
Come
You know what I'm saying?
on.
That's how we gonna go. That's just how it is.
And this is talking about somebody that took $100 from you. Imagine if it was your culture and they never made it right. Something totally different. You know what I'm saying? And then imagine people that came in behind you get what was owed to them. So I think the thing is, and again, I think it goes back. Who said it? I got to think real quick. Who the hell's Cat Williams? He said, if you want to end racism, pay everybody their reparations. And you can call, I think it was either that or if you want to call us niggas, pay us our reparations. You can call us niggas anytime. You can call us niggas anytime. I'm like, that is 100% true because, again, it's something that, it's a wrong that was done. Every other person that was wrong got reparations or some form of payment. And, again, we're walking around still not paid what was owed to the atrocities that were committed. So I think that it's a little different when immigrants or people who come from a cultured background. I think it's a little bit different when they start talking about these things compared to fundamental, like, Black Americans who have been here the whole time, because you haven't lost anything. You know what I mean? Right. You still have everything that your people have given to you. You got your food. Yeah, you should go home and make her foo. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's her. But I'm saying, you know what I mean? That's the culture. So that's what I'm thinking. But go ahead.
Yeah, but my whole thing is like, in a sense, like when you put it to the money aspect, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I ain't giving nobody shit that ain't gave me shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I live. People can call me selfish, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but it is what it is. A spade is a spade, right? But if you ain't ever gave nothing to contribute to my business, why should I even entertain your conversation? You know what I'm saying? So with that situation probably wouldn't happen with me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm stern when it comes to my pockets, because like I'm paying 90% of my bills, you know what I'm saying, in my household, you know what I'm saying? It's always been like that. Yeah, I made it like that, but yeah, it's just what it is. So I ain't got shit for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, in your defense, though, I think that I made the analogy wrong. Let's make it more correct.
No,
they stole it from
you.
Let's say they stole it from you.
Nah, hey, I started looking for my Glock. I started looking for my Glock 23 when you said that. I'm going to hunt their ass down on that. I ain't even gonna hold you. You can call the ATF, FBI, ABC, LMNOP, LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? You call all of them. I'm going to hunt them down. That's just how it is. When you put it like that. And I mean, I feel the analogy that you gave. You know what I'm saying, in regards to it. But I just look at it on a better, like, not a spiritual standpoint. Me personally, I just leave stuff in the past. It is what it is. If I receive reparations, fine. If I don't, okay, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. But I'm not gonna keep just bringing up the past and keep living on it, because it's just gonna make me sick. It's gonna create an ulcer and possibly cancer and all that other stuff inside of me, while they're still living a happy life over there. Like, I don't have no time for it. That's my whole thing. I mean, I feel you on the bigger scale on why or why not, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like people that fuck with me. If they fuck with me, they fuck with me. If they don't, oh well, I ain't about to lose no sleep. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is with me. You know, especially after the military and everything that I've been through in life. You know, it's just like, okay, I'm not about to lose no sleep. Simple as that.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think it's more so when they try to um, play in your face with it. That's the part that I think is like, okay, like let's not get it confused, right? I would say, yeah, because I agree with you. You don't harp on it. You don't just like be sitting there and let it consume you day in and day out. No, but if somebody is trying to play with you, I definitely think it's okay to bring it up and say, let's not forget how we got here, right? Because it wasn't just slavery, right? It was also everything Jim Crow after. Right, to the redlinings and all that stuff. Right, we're not too separated from that time. So because it's not even again because it's not that far off. Tulsa, right, and all these other areas as well. That when they say pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and we did that, they still bombed and took away the things that we did and accomplished, right? So even to now, they're even right now taking things out of his was this a Black Smithsonian or something like that, where they're trying to take Black achievers out of those. They already did it to the website, the White House websites. They took them off from there. They put them back on, but they took them off. So they're constantly trying to erase what happened, and that's the part where it's like, no, you can't erase that. Now, true, we don't have to ponder on it every minute, but when you have to recognize how the game is played, so that way you can know how to defend. You know what I mean? If you don't know the rules of the game and how it became or how this thing set up, I think that it can easily happen again. 100%. 100%.
I totally
because
agree. Totally agree.
Because you got to know what to watch for. You know what I'm saying? Because think of, I don't know football that well, but, if you're out there looking at the defense switches up, you already know what they're trying to do. So you're going to have to say, okay, let me start maneuvering and start getting in a place to prevent whatever it is that they're trying to do or make happen. Same with, I know basketball, you can get, certain setups as well. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like you got to be able to watch it and know. But if you put somebody that never played the sport, if you put me in there, I'm not going to know what that switch up is because I never studied it. I never knew about it. I never seen this before. So it's going to be ran easily on me than it is on the person that actually is aware of what's going on. You know what I mean? In the situation. So I think that I agree 100% though. I don't think anybody should be letting that shit consume them, but you do gotta watch out because I come across these in Texas. I come across these white folks, and they don't fuck with you. Okay, they don't fuck with you. They will definitely. They don't. A lot of them don't. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some cool ones, but you have to be able to identify. Again, look at the fucking legislation of the cannabis, right? That shit ain't for us. They're not fixing that shit. They didn't have us in mind in a positive manner. I don't think when they went back on it. You know what I mean? I think that it was some other nefarious acts that could have been possibly brewing up, right? Even to the laws that they make, right? I think that those things are definitely signs that they don't think about us. When the president of the United States says, "Don't be gentle to them," just throw them in there. I think that means something. When he says when it comes to racism and people that fight against racism, and this is just the top of the top that I'm talking about, but even at the top of the top, if they say there's good folks on both sides, I think that there's an issue there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that these are reminders that the hatred is still there. Definitely, when they're marching, when you see them in their hoods and they're marching on the streets where predominantly black folks are at, we covered this on this show. I think it's a reminder to show they ain't forgot, so we can't forget, right? And I think that's a good thing. I think if they forget or if they turn their ways, I think we would be able to turn our ways. But they constantly give us reminders on how they feel and what they believe, no matter how idiotic it is.
I totally agree. I mean, but it's 2025 now. We're getting the stand your ground law. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be hard. The only way I believe that it will revert back to how it was before. I know I'm going off subject, but is if they take away our right to bear arms. I think that's the only way that it will stop. And it probably won't because hey, it's so many illegal guns floating around.
Dude, there's
Chicago,
so
New York,
we've
LA.
covered this
You know what
before.
I'm
There's
saying?
more
Yeah.
guns than there's people.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't even think they have a chance. I don't think they have a fighting chance. That's why they'd rather smile with us and laugh with us than to go back. Now you do have your ignorance that want to, want to buck up, but then, but I think what it is like they're just trying to antagonize just to get somebody to jump so they can say this is why they did that. You know what I'm saying? Because of their cause. But whatever.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I think you're right, and I think that they have implemented those things, and that's why I think that they definitely, especially in Texas, I think they want to keep cannabis illegal because if I can make you a felon, then you might lose your rights to not only vote but also protect yourself and your family. So I think that is a measure that the government uses to, like you were saying, disarm you as well. So I can definitely see that. I can see that, man. Great point on that one. And that is the end of the show.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
All right. Thank you guys so much for kicking it with us. I definitely do appreciate you. Show so much. Thank you for the comments as well. Thank you to, man, none other than, man, Mr. Diz Riz in the building.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
For coming through, donating this time, man. I definitely do appreciate you being here and helping me out with these great topics, man, and your view on it all, man. Thank you so much. Do you got anything for last words?
Man, it's been a pleasure to be back on the show. You know what I'm saying? I took a hiatus for a minute, but I'm back like I never left. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to be back. And everybody just enjoy the week and get ready for the next one because the next one's going to be even fire than this one was. So let's get it.
Yes, sir. Because Ron was supposed to be here. That's why I got an extra square on all these setups that I did. He said he's supposed to come. However, he was traveling with his family, so he wasn't able. I guess he didn't make it in on time. So he wasn't. Hopefully, he made it in safely to him. But yeah. It was supposed to be three of us. And then I was hoping somebody would say they would want to come up and run this fade real quick on this game with somebody else. For a chance to win a Diz Riz t-shirt that is still open if you want to participate, as well as let me know if you guys let me know. Oh shit.
We happy? Vincent. We happy?
Yeah, we happy.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What is today? Just shout out to, I think that was More to Love. Quiet didn't even say anything in the comment section. More to Love didn't even say anything in the comment section. Came through and I believe dropped a 25 for another show. So we will be doing another show tomorrow. You do not have to come, Steve, if you don't want to, but you are more than welcome to come through. I know you work and all that stuff, so it's not, you don't have to, but I got to put something together. I wasn't expecting that. So
I'll
actually,
be here.
You gonna be here?
I'll
Okay.
be here. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man. All right.
Hey, I'll do something strange for a little piece of change. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Well, dang. More to Love. Obviously, you
No
are
Diddy.
on the...
No Diddy. No Diddy.
Take that. Love you too. More to Love. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you want us to talk about, More to Love? Because we got you made the show happen, so let me know if there's anything that you want to talk about, and we can definitely make that happen. I said I would. Negro. You said you but we need somebody else to run it as well. If there's anybody else that want to participate for a chance to win the shirt from Diz Riz, man, let me know. I will stay on here a little bit longer. to make it happen. I got a nice little brain teaser for those out there that would like to participate, or I could save that for tomorrow if you guys want as well.
You can't just do a random in the comments.
Like a random person pick up like the what I used to do over there at StreamYard.
Yeah. You can
No, they don't have that here as far as I
wow.
know. Yeah, that sucked, dude. That's one of the things I used to like about that too. Was a little giveaway joint. But yeah, it's been years too, and I'm surprised they haven't added that on. I don't know why they haven't put that feature in there.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I mean, shit, I was just randomly picked from the comments. Then how about that? Like, just
man, I want
tally
no.
up all of them.
They gotta play the game. They gotta play the game. Oh wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh, did you drop the hashtag? I mean, what? I mean,
No. So I was just gonna let them either come up and mention it, or that's the freaking whatchamacallit. Dang it. I was gonna have them come up and do it. So we're gonna have them come and play the game. So basically, what it is there's like a little brain teaser. I gotta put it up on the screen, and then they gotta figure out the answer.
Okay.
To said thing. I'm trying to look and see if there's a giveaway thing, but I'm not seeing one. Just all my little things, yeah. Dang it. Share purchase, customize desktop picture, mag, open groups. Yeah, so basically I'll show one right now. As a let me see. Where is it at? Yo, did it disappear? Where the hell it went to? Oh, there it goes. All right, so for instance, like this right here. What does this say? Does anybody know what this says? Anybody have a clue what this is? Do 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 do. See if anybody can get this. Come on. Somebody got it. Do you know it, Steve? Oh, you can't see it, huh?
It popped up. I see blue letters and black letters, but
okay. But you can't make it out.
Once on the moon, maybe?
No, not once on the moon. Close though. Close. Once between the moon and nope. Nope, more love. Not that one. Come on now. Come on. I know somebody gonna get this. Come on now. Come on now. Somebody got this. Once in the moon? Nope. Not once in the moon. Close though. Close, more love. Really, really close. Come on now. Come on. Somebody got this. You're getting too close to not get it. Come on. Where you at, Miss Shanti? Huh? You're real close, more love. Who got it? Oh, maybe it's a little too hard.
Hey, I'm lost. Yeah, I'm lost after the first thing. Yeah, after the first thing I said, I'm lost.
Can y'all see the colors?
Yeah, blue and black.
All right. Use that. Miss Shanti said, I have no clue.
If you put the blue together, that says moon, and black is once.
Okay. Once over the moon? No, not once over the moon. No.
Moon once moon? What? Oh.
Close. Close. What color is the moon?
Said what color?
Uh-oh.
Moon Sion. What color you seeing? Blue. Blue moon. Okay. What phrase you know with that term? Something don't happen often. Blue moon come. What? Something don't happen often. Where they say? What's that blue moon? What's that blue moon?
Yeah, once in a blue moon. Good job. So you would have got that point more to love. Good job. Yes. So I have several of those that I would play, and you guys would be able to do it. But I might save it for next go around. I got to figure out something to talk about for this next thing, man. I got to figure out something else because I still got a lot of stuff from the Kings of Spades. So I'm like, I don't want to talk about that stuff. I don't know if I want to get into all that. But yeah, I'll definitely check out some more stuff. She did get it. That's what I said. I said she get it. Didn't I say she got it? God damn, Shanti, clean your ears out. Yeah, I said she got it. That's why I played the video, because she got it. Shut the hell up. But yeah, all right. So yeah, I might end up doing that, and then the winner will get I'll keep a score. Winner gets the shirt, man. So I'll order the shirt and have it sent to you. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, out of 7, that was one of them out of 7. So we have 6 more to do. But if y'all down for that, come through tomorrow. What'd be a good time for you, Steve? 6, 7, 5?
Oh, 6 is fine. You know,
6
I
is
stand
fine?
on 6, so I like 6. So
yes,
yeah,
sir. We can do that. We can make that happen, then, good sir. Miss Shanti said, you said almost Tab Boy. Okay, all right. Look here. All right. When did she get it? She got it when I said it. She never mentioned it beforehand. Once between the moon is what she said, and once between the moon and. Then she said once in the moon is what she said, and then she said once in the blue moon. That's when I played the video. Actually, and then she changed it up and said once in a blue moon. I played the video. I said she had it. So there you go. God damn. I just read the chat. That's exactly what was in the chat. God damn. Shit, they got me over here. Got to be a goddamn sonographer and shit. Just the goddamn. All right, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Steve, for coming through and holding it down. I hope to definitely see you tomorrow at 6 Central Time. You guys can come through with a chance to win the shirt. You guys can also, so the person with the most right wins the shirt. All right. And let me know what y'all want to talk about too as well. I can try to do some researching real quick and find some things to chop it up with. But yeah, we can make it happen. All right. So just let me know and we'll do the damn thing. All right. Until next time, man, y'all be safe out there and enjoy your week, man. There's a lot of kids out of school, man. God dang it. Them lobbies in Call of Duty is going to be stupid. All right, man. Y'all take it easy.